So, this is where I am right now. I'm at law school, and my whole life I've always had everything together from the outside. Everyone's always thought that I was put together, and for most of my life I kind of thought I was put together too. My spiritual walk has always been there. It's never been, of course there were the Christian camps and the revivals and things where I was on a spiritual high, but it's been pretty consistent my whole life. I've always felt like I had a relationship with God, sometimes stronger than others. And then I came here to law school, and I felt like I was doing something with my life that made me have it even more together, and everyone else seemed to affirm that belief. But lately, I have never felt like I've had everything less together than I do right now. I definitely know that my relationship with God has been stronger at certain points in my life. And I know in my head that I want to get back to that point, but for some reason I just can't get my heart to believe that to be the case. It's like I believe God's promises and I know what they are because I've known his promises for forever, but I don't act like it. It's like he has told me that he is willing to grant me this life where he keeps it together for me, and I just keep trying to do it by myself. And I just feel I feel really alone. Sorry. But for some reason, that's not enough to stop depending on myself and to turn to him. And I ask him to come back. And I know he's standing right there beside me. I can feel him right there beside me. And people tell me that he's inside of me. But when you don't even know the inside of yourself, it's really hard to believe that Christ is in there. Or if he is in there, you don't even see yourself, so you certainly don't see him. And I understand why God would keep trying to come back to the people who aren't really sure of his existence or don't fully know his promises. But I guess what I just don't understand is that when it's someone like me who has always known what he had to offer, has always been told what God offers, the promises that he's made, who believes the promises even. It's not like I'm rejecting what he says in thought, but in my actions, it's like I don't live up to the person that he wants me to be. And the more I turn away from God, the more difficult it is to be the person that I know he wants me to be. And I know that if I would just be that person, that I would stop feeling alone. But for some reason I don't. I feel God around me, but I don't feel like I have the relationship with him that I used to have, or the one that I want. The one where we know each other intimately, where he's the first thing I think about in the morning, the last thing I think about before I go to bed. And instead I'm just thinking about all these other things, the reading I have to do, that I have to go to the grocery store, that I need to do my budget, that I need to find a job. I think about all these things, and if I think about him at all during a day, it's for 2 minutes. The creator of my life, the one who envisioned me into being, the one who thinks about me 24/7, 365, gets 2 minutes of my day at most. and it's heartbreaking. So I want him to come back to me, and I know he's right there. It's weird. It's like I'm the one who's the barrier, but I don't know how to stop it. And it just blows my mind that Jesus could continue to love someone like me and continue to want a relationship with someone like me, who, even though knows that she could have a relationship with him, continually turns her back on him, gives him 2 minutes every day. It's just hard to believe that God would want a relationship with someone, and that someone being me.